Welcome, everyone, to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I'm your host, the Indie God, the Deathmatch King, the Internet Champion, always ready, Matt Cardona, a.k.a. the $1,000 Broski, a.k.a. the Michael Jordan of Wrestling Figure Collecting.
And I am your host, the most professional wrestler, TNA star, and one half of the Tag Team Champions of the World, member of the system, and the Scottie Pippen of Wrestling Figure Collecting, Brian Myers. What's up, everybody?
I'm also here, producer of the show, Smart Mark Sterling Esquire, the most famous professional wrestling lawyer representing my clients tonight on TV on
Dawkins
Rampage.
is hot on your trail, brother.
No, I'm way more famous.
I don't know.
You can see me tonight at 10 p.m. on Rampage. But anyways, this show is brought to you by our good friends, Ringside Collectibles. Use code MAJOR to save 10%.
Things are about to heat up over on Ringside Collectibles. A lot of stuff coming in very, very soon. Make sure you use discount code MAJOR to save 10%.
I want my star of the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament, Jeff Jarrett exclusive. That's what I want.
That's right.
Give me Double J, Ringside. Let's go.
Follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Major WF Pod. Subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a major review. If we choose your review, you will get a prize. Just use the hashtag Major Review. Pretty damn easy, guys.
All right, this review this week is from Cherry Hunts Figs at Cherry Hunts Figs. She, I don't know if it's a she. Cherry? Who knows? He, she.
Cherry Hans Figs, no clue.
Says 5 stars. My go-to. The Major Wrestling Figure Podcast is my go-to on everything figure related. Being introduced to it 3 years ago got me back into collecting. I've studied the Hasbro and LJN YouTube specials to guide me in the right direction, and now I listen weekly to keep up on all my figure news. Thank you all for your dedication and service.
Great review.
Thank you for your service, Matt.
There we go. Can't get anybody thank for your
Guys,
service.
you'll be thanking me for my service in a bit, because coming to YouTube, you talk about total histories, incarnations. The Zach and Kurt incarnation was filmed.
In the can, brother.
Filmed.
It's in the can.
I mean, bro, we're going to be talking all things Hawkins and Ryder. 2 hours plus coming to YouTube for free. Coming to podcast for free. If you're a Patreon, guys, not coming to Patreon. All right.
I'm going to need that incarnation at the price of On the House, all right?
It's on the house. So we thank everybody who subscribed to this YouTube channel.
We also thank Major Bendy's for sponsoring that video.
Thank you so much, Major Bendy's, whoever owns that company. I appreciate it. And when do you think that'll be up for the Major Marks to listen to and watch, Mark?
Soon. I mean, nowadays, the way that we have these recordings, it's sort of
minimal editing.
Minimal editing, a lot of pre-production. So, yeah, it's not going to take that long. It should be up soon. Actually, what we have to do, we have to think about this is behind the closed door, but we got to think about what's the thumbnail, what are we titling this thing, and just think about the rollout and the marketing of said thing. But I would say we'll figure that out in the next week, so it'll probably be out maybe end of this week or end of that next week.
Awesome, guys. Also, the giveaway every single week, courtesy of Ringside Collectibles. Find our pinned post on X, reposted to be eligible. Last week, it was Mankind from Three Faces of Foley. The winner of that is...
Go away, Baton. At
Go away, Baton.
The wrist.
Oh, you were kidding when you started saying that.
You win. And this week, giveaway, courtesy of Ringside. D Freedom's dying over there.
What is he laughing so much about?
What the heck?
D. Jay over there?
What?
You guys can't see him.
What, was this some sort of funny thing?
Let D in. Let's...
Are we
All
missing?
right, this is a all-timer.
All your base are... Go away, Baton. I don't know. What is so funny?
He's dying. D, let him in. D, come on and tell us.
This better be good.
Oh, man. If you've ever seen Mike Judge's Idiocracy, you'll know. Oh, man.
So it's an inside joke there. Okay.
Got nothing.
All right. Well, hey, pal.
Yeah. Well,
that wasn't his official join of the pod. Okay, guys, we'll get to the music.
Yeah,
later.
we'll get the glass crack later.
Yeah. Guys, MajorMarks.com, Patreon.com/MajorWPod, the fan club community subscription service. Guys, you'll get this podcast early and ad-free. Also, we give away a prize to a new and early subscriber. Who do we got, Mark?
First time in the line this week, Josh White. Classic superstar, James McConnell. So congrats.
Thanks, boys.
So for first time in the line, is it like first time they ever won or someone who joined that week?
somebody who's very recently joined.
Recently, yeah.
Like usually within the last few days.
Got it. Okay. Guys, a lot of stuff. 2 bonus podcasts coming this month. The Water World. We're going to watch it. I did watch it. Brian has to rewatch it.
I'm halfway through it.
I did a lot of deep diving on this. Deep Freedom already went and got all the figures to talk about, so we're going to be ready to roll. We're going to record that next week for you guys. And we also have to work on another bonus. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. So if there's anything you guys want, suggestions, hit us up on X. Yeah.
Well, now I mentioned a watch along. What you guys think about maybe the Hammerstein match?
Didn't we do this?
We didn't watch that whole thing.
We didn't do that.
I've never watched it back, so
I've never seen it ever. Yeah,
we can use that on our YouTube.
Let's do that.
And we don't have to blur it out or anything.
Sure, I've never seen it.
Let's do it. It's me versus Joey Janela Hammerstein.
I've really never seen it because I'm lurking and backstage through the curtain and waiting for.
There's no monitor either.
That's what I'm saying. I've really never seen it.
All right, that's a great one to do. We'll do that.
Cool,
guys. The card, the June card. I'm not gonna tell you.
It's going out. Nobody has it yet.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Okay, so the June card, the May card was Brian. June card people don't have. July card and August card are booked, but we're not going to tell you what that is.
Yeah,
definitely.
But we will say July is the last month. Ultimate members, if you've been a member all quarter, you're going to get a cool prize, and we're going to have that ready to roll very early in August for you.
Sweet.
So we have Figure Dissecting with Deep Freedom, Let Him Breathe with myself, Silver Linings with you. Going Postal is not, I don't know why I keep saying Going Postal. That's not on our network.
Give him a plug anyway.
I give him a plug anyway.
You just want to be friends with him again so bad.
I know. I follow along. I talk about Going Postal every week on Silver Linings, and he just had Chris Van Vliet on. He was on Chris Van Vliet, and then Going Postal had Chris Van Vliet.
It must have snuck in those DMs and did a little trade ski.
Yeah. Captain's Log with Joe Shoes. I wonder who's going to be on the log this month. Oh, baby, he's Happy Hour. All the bonus shows. Check him out. MajorMarks.com. Of course, access to the Facebook group. So many cool things. And guys, let's be honest. You're going to have early access to the San Diego Comic-Con Big Rubber Guys and Major Bennies, which I know are going to sell out.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be some people signing up just to get that, which that's okay. That's what it's there for.
That's fine. So stick around. Check out our social media for details on how to be a Major Mark, official Major Mark, before those go on sale, so you can get early access to.
And people have been asking how to do that. That's how itchy they're getting for these Big Rubber Guys.
Also, just as a quick clarification, right? The ultimate gifts are for people that are a member for the entire quarter, okay? And so the way that it works is July, you would have to have been a member for the entire quarter. However, if you haven't, and you're thinking, man, I'd really love to get on the train for these ultimate gifts, which have been really cool things such as exclusive Bendy card backs, rookie cards of all of us. We had Pogs one time. We had a back scratcher one time, right? You can join. If you join for the month of August, it'd be August, September, and November would be that.
Well, you skipped October, but...
Sorry. August, September, October would be that quarter. So that's when, if you would like the next gift.
We were catching people just coming in and out. You gotta be with us for the long haul to get rewarded with the gift ski.
But guys, Ultimate members get to be in this podcast, in this chat, in this video recording each and every week live. Joe Hersky says pillowcase was the best. It was up there.
It was a good
Still
item.
On my daughter's bed every night.
All right, guys, if you want to advertise your product or service, hit us up. Majorpodcast@gmail.com. Some follow-up this past week. I went to Toronto, Canada. I had GCW Friday night at the Opera House. Great, hot little crowd. And then I stuck around because I went to Money in the Bank to watch Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, she didn't go over, but she got over.
Definitely stole the show, right?
Took some extreme bumps. I think we got a picture of her right there. Look at that. And look at me and Steph just pointing up at her.
Oh my gosh.
And Mark, you're in the front row down there. You see that?
Oh my God. I was sleeping.
Wake up, Mark. There's a Money in the Bank match going on.
Great little spot. And, Chelsea, she wanted me to come backstage. I said, I really don't want to. But she wanted to take a picture with me, her, and her mom. So John Cohen, friend of the show, snuck us down real fast. I didn't want to be seen, but it was figure fate. I passed the merch guys. and I cleaned up, bro. I got a Toronto briefcase. I got all these things coming to the house.
Oh,
So
man.
let's show the briefcase. There it is, D. There it is. Got my money in the bank Toronto briefcase.
What do
I
they
was gonna
sell
sell
those
them
for?
whatnot.
That's like a real briefcase.
Yeah, Chelsea, she wants to keep it. I'm kind of pissed. She wants it as a souvenir. I was trying to sell it on whatnot.
Yeah, that looks like a real deal item.
It's a real deal item. It's really cool. WWE
Broski.
kills it with their merch.
Why didn't you want to be seen? You just didn't want to talk to anybody?
I think it's the most pathetic thing in wrestling
I'm with
history
Broski,
to be backstage at a show you're not getting paid to be at.
Yeah, but you have a reason to be there.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
not
It's not
getting
like
paid
you're
to be
just
there.
showing up.
it's
Not getting
still,
paid to be there. I think it's pathetic.
yeah.
Broski, you are watching your wife in a top match.
And I had,
There's
and I
a
had a,
reason.
and I-
And a
and I-
suite.
I had a private suite just
Yeah.
for me and her mother, and it was great. To be backstage, to me, screams, "Bleh, puke, gross, pathetic.
But imagine being caught by somebody leaving backstage with the entire thing of merchandise, including a real
Guys, I wasn't.
briefcase.
I
Matt
wasn't
Cardona
wearing-
steals money in the bank.
You imagine
briefcase.
Broski like sneaking out like this, and then
Oh
like
my
somebody,
God.
hey, Matt. It's like,
Well,
wish
I
that was
was
a
I was going to go
headline.
see the trainers and fill up that briefcase with all the stretchy tape. That's
That
a lot
would
of money on
be
Amazon.
great. That's a great call. That's a real win.
No, I saw a couple of people back there. It was cool to be back there, but it was about Chelsea and her night and her moment. So very, very proud of her. And the fans seem to enjoy it as well. So
Definitely.
not sure what this next picture is.
oh well, we're congratulating our good pal here.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Huge. I mean, this
Member
is not
of the
something
Big
we
Rubber
did this
Guy
weekend.
family. All ego, Ethan Page, your new NXT champion.
Well, we're
Big
jumping
props.
the gun here because this is Major Mark purchase of the week. Major Mark Ethan Page purchased the NXT Championship at the
What?
pay-per-view.
He bought
The replica or the real thing?
Oh, you got the real ass thing.
Well, he's got to buy the replica now.
Well, definitely needs my replica
gotta.
for the man
Look at this
cave,
guy,
yeah.
top
He'll
of the
be-
world.
He'll be
jacked
signing
as
those.
hell.
He'll be signing those for sure for the rest
Totally.
of his life.
Where's that Mattel at?
Oh, he's got to get a Mattel coming soon for sure with the NXT Strizz app. Very, very cool.
Brian, did you set up that pool in the backyard this weekend?
I did actually. Wow.
You did.
Yeah. it's
You have a
such-
pool?
No. Well, yes and no. It's a giant inflatable slide pool
It's
thing
epic.
the kids love, and it's a pretty big setup and a pretty big breakdown, but
I wanted to go down the slide. Brian said, "Nope, you're over the
120 pound weight
limit."
limit. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
damn.
I
Sorry,
was a
pal.
little upset.
That's
But,
like
yeah.
when my cousin John had to be the commentator because he would be over the weight limit for the trampoline.
Man,
Sorry, John.
stiff. I know John's listening. He just wiped away a single tear.
Oh, we let him come in a couple times.
We let him come in a couple of times.
His alter ego, Desperado, won the hardcore title. So it's okay.
On the
Oh, because
floor.
you could wrestle
On the-
outside.
yeah, on the floor. I get it.
No, I think he hit his finish on. I think he did. I don't. Maybe it was on the floor.
Ouch.
All
That's
right,
crazy.
what do we got here, D's? Oh, this is just a good old plug for Ethan Page, the figure, guys. You can call me Carney. Carney Kinnick wanted to do a 24-hour sale on this. Said no, we can't.
But I
Well,
said
he asked what you
it's
thought.
more incentive to say, like, guys, when we have a pre-order, the pre-order is the order. Don't
Yes.
miss it. You know?
We did not want
Don't
to
miss
go
it.
back on our word to get a few more. Well, I mean, it would have been thousands of dollars, actually, probably. But look at that figure; looks great, and I can't wait for it to be released because he'll be signing it, hopefully, still as your NXT champion. So,
Also, in a little bit of figure fate, me and Brian did kind of an Ethan Page themed vlog. That is live now on our YouTube.
Totally.
You can check it out. It just happened to be the week that he won the belt, and none of us knew that, guys. We were not preparing.
not privy to
make a
this
big
at all.
rubber guy because we thought he was the NXT champion.
Gotta admit, I didn't even know he had a title shot. I'm like, did he already lose the title shot? I'm so confused.
I had to explain to Brian the storyline.
Yeah, I knew he had a match on the show. I didn't realize it was for the belt.
Yeah.
Chris
so
Rizzo
I
says
was-
first ever BRG to hold an active title. Well, he's wrong with that. Internet title's active, but
Well,
besides that,
Yeah, I'm a big rubber guy. I'm a TNA tag team champion.
yeah, Chris.
Yeah, what
you're
the
incorrect,
hell?
pal.
Jeez,
Chris,
guy.
Chris,
man.
you're wrong, pal.
Well, isn't he getting like a hip surgery right now or something? Oh, that's
No, that
another
was
guy.
a different
Another
guy.
guy. All right,
Hey,
so
I was in Memphis this weekend for the big, huge Collision, Rampage, Ring of Honor, giant taping.
Did you
It
go
was
to
actually
Elvis's house?
It was not Memphis. I do the pre-show for AEW. We talk
Right.
about the matches or whatever. The whole thing was, I'm just acting silly. It's Elvis themed. It's whatever the hell. Turns out we were in South Haven, Mississippi. Had no idea
What the
because we
heck is
flew into
South-
Memphis and stayed in Memphis.
Oh, but how far was that?
It was like 20 minutes, I guess, was the
I
bus.
don't even know what that is.
Oh, the bus. You don't drive, Mark.
Oh my God, you're a real
Imagine
road
Mark having to
warrior.
rent a car.
Oh,
Come on. I am
Poor
a professional traveler now. I can rent the
Poor
car.
Mark.
I just don't.
Well, you couldn't go to Graceland after I told you?
I thought about it. A lot of people thought about it. But anyways, I may get into some trouble on Rampage this week. It's tonight. I mentioned that before. You got to watch it. But great little showing for the premier athletes.
All right, so follow up, guys. The Cantina is backed. Star Wars Cantina Mos Eisley is fully backed. Now, as of this recording, they haven't gotten all the extra tiers, but at least we're getting the Cantina.
Did you purchase?
I purchased it. So I will be getting the
And Mark,
Cantina.
you have no room for use for this?
Pass. But
Have you, Mark, have you seen like how they've been showing the displays where they make it in a way where you can display it like on a DTOF? Where it doesn't have to be a giant structure like this?
I have seen that. Technically, I do not collect vintage collection original trilogy figures. So if this was like a Mandalorian thing, I probably would think about it, but
Now, I do think, listen, I got this at a FOMO, and I might purge my entire vintage collection, so I don't quite know if I'm going to be keeping this, but I wanted to get it. I always want to support this stuff. You know, I never want to consider myself the reason why it didn't get backed.
Yeah, I can see the shame in that, or the guilt, right?
So I'm glad that it was back because the last two Star Wars things failed, right? The
Right.
Rancor and the lightsaber.
right. But the lightsaber, I could have told you, no way. There's no mass appeal to that.
Yeah.
The Rancor, I was very confused. However, Black Series, people don't necessarily collect that way. So this, I'm not surprised that it got back. This is a perfect thing for vintage collection. This is the reason that vintage collection exists.
It wasn't a Black Series.
The Rancor was. I thought it was gigantic to fit with the Black Series.
I'm almost positive it was a vintage collection, but you might be right.
D Freedom is saying yes to the vintage collection, I guess.
All right.
I don't know.
It's backed. I love seeing things backed. It's great news for the figure community. Blah, blah, blah. Some Power Town updates. Power Town just dropping
Power
all
Town.
this knowledge,
Update.
all of these accessories, all of these titles. So what can we show here? I mean, look at this. Wahoo with that NWA United States title.
Pre-order is live, pal.
I don't know what's going on with these. NWA keeps contacting me like I own Power Town. You know? I'm
Really?
like, guys, yeah.
Roy, do we have the shot of Medusa's title?
The fantasy title?
Oh, did Roy tell you this?
It's clear as day fantasy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. He's
What
like,
did Roy tell you?
he said, Roy Lucier, good friend of the show, said, just passing along, I'm seeing photos of the belt that's included with Medusa's Power Town. The only title she won when she worked for All Japan is the IWA Women's title. Whatever this belt is, it isn't even close to being what she had. And now he's saying that belt. So then I brought that information to Power Town.
Yep.
And they sent me back photos of this belt that the one
Really?
was depicted. Yeah. And then he's saying that this is possibly like a custom title that was just like given to her.
Yeah, this says People's Champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not, so then, I mean, I guess my assumption is it's not real, but it isn't either.
Well, even if it was
Yeah.
a real time, it wouldn't even go with this time period.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a whole nother whatever, right? Yeah.
I mean, listen, added value. I'm not going to hit on it, but I cannot display this. If it was accurate or not, it's not accurate to the time.
It would be very bizarre, yes.
Yeah. What else did they show? Oh, hey, look at this. Now, I don't have any memory of the 10 pounds of gold being red, but I guess it is or was.
I'm hoping that's accurate. In my mind, I feel like it is, and I like that, and it makes a little difference to that, Jack Briscoe. I think it's pretty cool.
Now, if you see that Australia plate on the title that like I come with, it switched to England. That's what Aldous did when he became champion.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was ever switched back.
Right.
This is cool. This is Dory Funk Jr. Not quite sure what title this is. I can't really read
I
it.
think it's the 10 pounds of gold prior to that design.
NWA Wrestling Heavyweight, it says.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hey, listen. These titles look cool. And Power Town nails the titles.
Tiles are beautiful, yeah. It's part of the Power Town gimmick at this point, right?
Right.
Now, it's also should be said that Kamala right here comes with the mask, the shield, and the
Spear.
The sphere. Looks awesome.
Cufflings too, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that.
I think the Kamala is a home run. I think all these figures are a home run. I'll be getting them all. We did discuss that there's no real heavy hitter, no anchor, if you will.
No anchor. There's no John Cena.
Yeah, pre-orders are now open, guys. So get
Yeah.
them. And I am anxious to see Matt and Brian because, if they're supposed to ship in August, I would love to see a photo of a sample because it's July.
When it comes, it comes. I'm hoping any day now, to be honest
I'm
with you.
hoping any day.
Wait, you think that they're going to ship for people who buy them any day?
No.
Or are you seeing?
I think we're gonna have a sample any day.
Got it. Okay.
And we got to hope that sample is correct.
It is gonna be spotless. Hopefully.
Because if it's not correct, we're not gonna, approve it.
I'll tell you this. Looking at the Power Town, just to put them over, I purged my Series 1.
What?
Yeah, a while back, and I am very regretful.
Good.
And the idea
They're
is,
expensive, man.
well, not so much that. It's just like I'm seeing this Series 2, and then if you imagine one Detolf shelf with risers of all of these Power Town figures, that's a whole ass collection.
It's going nice, and it's not coming so fast either. So it's easy on the wallet.
And it's their Rolodex is very different compared to what
Yes,
other companies can do. I think that's the fun
Don
part.
Leo Jonathan.
Yeah.
but as
Yeah,
as
when that
wrestling-
Don Leo Jonathan drops, you're gonna be like, I sold all my Power Towns. I'm an idiot.
well, I mean, he's going to be going right in the front. He's a fronter, as they say. But we have said this before. We consider ourselves wrestling historians, or we talk a lot about the history, especially wrestling action figures, and just like in the history of wrestling, these characters are top guys, are just like ingrained in the history of the sport.
Totally.
So to have that shelf is just a great representation.
That's kind of like, for instance, I didn't grow up on the AWA figures, but I have them all because it's a piece of wrestling figure history.
Exactly.
So I feel, and those names, even though I didn't grow up on them, if I love pro wrestling and I love wrestling figures as much as I say I do, I feel like they need to be in my collection.
Yeah. This was a hard sell for Power Town, guys. We did not get any money for that.
Yeah, nothing.
No.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see how this pre-order is doing, though, and I don't have any current information on that. But
Guys, last week we talked about the new Hulk Hogan figure. I put it over as the best Hulk Hogan figure ever. I did an unboxing on it for Let Him Breathe. I was so pumped thinking, we finally have a perfect, 1990 Hogan. Michael Apuma, resident Hogan mark, he stepped in and said,
come on.
No.
He said that while the face may have been corrected, they used an inaccurate style headband and it ruined the figure for me. It gave him a skinny boy headband and not the thick rip of the shirt headband.
Oh, come on.
But you see that?
I see what you're saying, but come on, no.
No, but the Survivor Series had the thick boy.
I see.
The new one has the better face, but the skinny boy.
Guys, can we just get back to how bad that Survivor Series face was? What is that?
I thought LaPuma was crazy, but
No, he's right.
he's right. He's right. It should have came with the thicker boy, but now it's okay, I'm not a fix-up guy. I know some of you, I can already picture some of you guys saying, well, just put the other headband on. I don't do stuff like that.
Same,
I'm not a
but
fix-up boy.
I mean, that's such a minute thing.
So here's guys, let me know in the comments. Do you keep the Survivor Series that has the worst face but the accurate headband, or the
No.
better face with
That bad face outweighs everything else you could possibly think is wrong with that
Hey,
figure.
can we just call up D Freedom? I just want to hear his
Oh,
take
man.
on this. Can we
Well,
dial
his
him in?
take is going to be psychotic like yours. I don't even know if I want to hear it.
Oh, here we go. Thank God.
Freedom Labs, please hold.
D, what's your take on this, D?
The Survivor Series 1 is actually good if you get a correctly printed sample, which is very few and far between. I had to get mine off of eBay back when this came out.
And you think
But-
you have one that looks good? I've seen hundreds of
Everyone's
Ringside collectibles, and they're all. It's just the way it was.
It's
made.
the original
All-
portrait that was used on the Ringside Collectibles ones. That's why. So just look up, and that's what it's supposed to look like if it's with. but
They're
that
all
was with-
blurry.
Well, no, I'm saying the Ringside Collectibles American made one. That's the same portrait, but then with the DIJ face print, it's
Yeah, the face printing is always blurry on that Survivor Series, and he looks insane.
Yeah,
You got a little bit of that.
primarily the eyes.
So so Michael LaPuma is correct with the headband.
Well, yeah, that's why I have this picture here. So I knew once I saw the greatest hits, it was definitely a better head because it's the Ultimate Edition Wave 13 portrait that was first included with that, and it was just the skinnier Hulkster headband. So I'm gonna just wait until eventually a Hulk Rules one with the Hulk Rules headband comes out because that's what the Hasbro assortment one figure is based off of. So.
Ever surfaces that will supersede all these, right? And make
for me it will.
obsolete.
This is 89 Hogan, the recent one that just came out in the Survivor Series one. 88 and 89 because that's when the Hulk Rules merchandise rolled out. Basically, was in
But
the
like
summer of
Series
88.
1 Hasbro is based off an 89 Hogan, an 88,
Yes.
89 Hogan.
Yeah, 89 with the Hulk Rules headband because it was originally going to have the Hulk Rules on the sculpt input, but the tempo didn't make it to final.
So D, if you're a psycho just like myself, which Hogan do you think I should keep?
I think right now, currently, the new greatest hits one is like
the head is so much better.
Even with the inaccurate headband?
yeah,
Bro,
you can't
it's
swap them.
an accurate face. How can you argue that?
LaPuma, you son of a bitch. I know you're working over here right now, but you're pissing me off over here.
He's not wrong. He's right.
He's right.
But it's not like it doesn't make that Survivor Series one better.
So wait, you're saying that other headband wouldn't have fit?
No, it can't interchange. That one like pegs into the hairpiece. This one this one slides.
The
The hairpiece slides over it.
So it wasn't necessarily a mistake. It was more of a conscious decision.
Yeah, I don't. They would have to tool up a brand new headband. So maybe on a future Ultimate Edition or a future Elite Execution 2 years from now, because that's probably when they're going to revisit another Hulk Rules Hogan again. So
Got it.
They make a Hogan a week, so I'm sure.
Guys, this is why you listen to the Major Wrestling podcast for four grown men to dissect another grown man's opinion on the size of Hogan's headband.
Right? No. The font.
Well, you're welcome, America.
No, it's not the font, Mark. It's the size.
I see.
Size.
Yeah, the font's the same.
height
It's
of
the
it.
Broski, what
size.
did you say?
The height.
How did they get the paint on nowadays?
The
Are you
no,
saying?
they don't spit. They do the.
Are you? Yeah, Chris was a little bit of the Hawk Tua.
What's not a? It's a little. You know,
That Survivor Series Hogan has a Hawk Tua.
boy.
Let's just leave it at that.
All right, guys. Next in the follow-up. Well, this breaking news. I don't even think D Freedom has the image ready. Big shipment coming from Zombie this week, guys.
Okay.
Oh, look at D's head. He's shaking as he can't believe it. He can't.
Allegedly,
I wish we could show D.
the uncut
Yeah,
reactions.
D.
He was laughing really hard at the Marky Mark shirt last week.
A lot of sales for that this week.
Yeah, big seller this week.
Coming in, guys. Me, the Deathmatch King, Nick Gage, Power and Glory, and Bruce Lee finally coming
What
from
a
Zombie
shipment.
Sailor. I'm very, very excited about it. I will have some to sell on my whatnot. I just bought a bunch. I made a deal with Zombie before we started recording. I'm super pumped.
I'm scared to know what that is.
Well, no, I bought some extra stock to sell.
Oh, all right. My zombie shelf is getting a little too full ski here. I gotta figure out what to do
This
there.
might be the best Matt Cardona figure ever coming from Zombie Sailor.
Holy
I'm
smokes!
very,
What a
very
statement! What a statement!
Very, very
When it was
excited.
announced, it was a current figure, and now it is a retro. It's been so long. It's been so long.
It's a true
Hey,
retro.
almost in time for the 3-year anniversary of the match.
Isn't that like this weekend?
No, it's is it this weekend? I thought it was like late July.
I thought it was like a 4th of July thing.
No. But guys, reminder coming up very, very soon. San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Big Rubber Guys. Woo! The Nature Boy. July 22nd. So that's 2 weeks from now.
Getting close.
10 a.m. It's a Monday, and we're going to have an early pre-order for the MajorMarks.com. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. People were loving this on social
Only
media.
1,000 people are
Woo!
shook of the sellout incoming. I'll tell you
You
that.
think 1,000 is low? Wait till you see that. Be a man. Macho Man, 1 of 500. So, MajorBendies.com, limited to 500 on the Macho Man.
Hogan, you coward!
I think I need to do a Be a Man Cena to challenge Cena because Cena has that the time where the last time is now tour, maybe finally getting my redemption, long-term storytelling.
Wow.
Cena versus
Eve on a pole match or something?
no.
Judy
We
Bagwell
don't bring
style?
back Eve. We don't bring back Eve. Eve's great, but if we're only bringing back one talent, it's me. We can't bring back two talents.
Oh, it's not in the budget. I'll tell her
in the budget.
when she inquires.
So get your Macho Man, your Ric Flair, Major Bendy's. Oh, look at them together. Woo! The flair, the blood. That blood's making the blood in my, fucking
Oh my God.
boil.
Blue chews later, pal.
Sensitive for demonetization nowadays, okay?
Yeah.
There's the comparison photo
awesome.
to the previous Big Rubber Guy, which I will say, when Brian Myers is right, I got to give it to him. He wanted it
Thanks,
to be in
pal.
that street gear, and I disagreed, and then I'm glad we got it that way.
People love that figure. Having a hard time holding these alligators down. Pretty iconic.
That's right.
People are-
Woo! No hair, no flair. Oldest ride, longest line. Woo! Oh, look at all those machos
I
together.
can't believe we made
Man.
that many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machos.
Hell yeah.
There's actually one more coming that I know of. I don't know where it is. There's
Okay.
one more coming.
All right.
All right. Anything else for a follow-up, guys?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Oh, we can show this. We got some follow-up here. Some hand-painted prototypes came in of
Looks
Macklin, Maki Ito, and Moo Danhausen. So these are the hand-painted resin prototypes, just so we can approve the sculpts and the paint app.
I love the detail on the Macklin where the paint is going into his hair,
Yeah, I was
but
just
it's not
thinking
the
that.
same. It's really cool.
I think it looks great. Maki Ito looks great. Danhausen. So these, the pre-order was the order, pal. So that's it. When they come, they come. But we're getting a big shipment of figures in very, very soon, like Jay and Silent Bob, the Vladimir, the Extreme Series 2. So
folks.
a lot of cool stuff coming soon. Look at the back. Look at the detail right there. With
Maki's
Brian
so
Baby,
detailed.
these are cooking. Looking awesome. All right. So is it time for the news now?
Time for the news.
It's time for the news, brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
The Major Pod Network has partnered with our favorite adult beverage, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Everybody needs some liquid courage to make their own weekly purchases, scratch that figure itch, and scratch that PBR itch.
If you're listening to this, you're already a major mark. Now it's time to become a major PBR mark.
Use hashtag MajorPBR and post your pictures and videos of you major marking out with some Pabst.
Pabst Blue Ribbon and the Major Pod Network, the tag team champions of the world.
Of the world.
Major PBR. Forever. All right, guys. I don't know about you, but on my 4th of July, I sat in my pool, I smoked a cigar, and I drank an ice cold Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's what you do. You're a warm-blooded American.
Summertime, baby. Gotta drink that PBR. Gotta drink that major PBR.
Ice cold.
Ice fucking cold. All right. A lot of news this week. A lot of random stuff. Let's talk about this. The British Bulldog, a little sample.
What? What? Someone explain this to me.
It's a British Bulldog, but a Bulldog figure.
And like a fantasy mashup retro thing.
Yeah, if you will. So this is King Mama Toys. Bulldog is Bulldog. So it's based off some artwork. I dig it, I guess. Instant pass for me.
Yeah,
But if you're a British Bulldog fan, this is a must, I think.
oh yeah, I think if you're a Davy Boy completist or diehard, it's a very cool item.
Yeah.
My thing is, out of all these random things with independent toy companies, this is something that I am a little more interested in. However, I am not interested in it if it's just British Bulldog. Then I have no need.
Right? Is there more?
What are you
Is
going to
there
get, though? Like a
collection?
fucking
I don't know.
Eagle Jack Swagger? What are you going to get?
Coco,
Yeah, sure.
Coco Ware as a bird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mark
really?
Merrow as an actual wild man.
I would love stuff like that. I think that's really cool.
It is artistic if you think about
Even
it.
It's
this
cool.
picture, it's a little cartoony. It looks really neat. It's just kind of like a teaser because you don't even see the face, but I think it's neat. And if there was more shit like that, especially guys from that golden era, man, I'd be in.
Totally.
Wow. I just want to backpedal. Chris Risley says Ethan Page has worked for 3 companies before the Zombie Sailor Toy Deathmatch set was released.
that even accurate? That's not accurate.
Well,
Yes, it
I mean,
is.
it would have been TNA.
TNA,
I don't
AEW,
think he was- I
WWE.
think he was
No,
God
because
for
he was
TNA.
done with TNA.
Yeah, he was
that's
God.
yeah, that's
When
not
does he
AEW.
leave TNA?
He's in AEW.
Like January 2021, he's in
January
AEW.
21.
Yeah. Close, but no. Chris Riz is supplying a lot of misinformation on this podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing Broski. You do AEW at the end of 2020. You don't do GCW until the summer of 2021. Ethan Page has been in AEW for
6 months. at
Got it. Okay. All right. Next up in the news, we got. Ooh, yeah. Happy 4th of July. Hastel Toys showing off this Macho Man USA. It is what it is, right? I mean,
I don't love it. I mean,
it doesn't work for me. I don't know. Something seems forced about it.
yeah, I got to look at like pictures to think of like the actual. Oh, there we go.
Because the jacket should be open. And this jacket's shut.
Right.
So it's throwing me off a bit.
Maybe.
Well-
And then also that blue is like not as vibrant
It's
as maybe
navy
it should
instead of royal, right?
be. Yeah.
It's very navy, as opposed to this picture of Macho that we're looking at. If you're watching the YouTube version, is very royal. And I'm colorblind. I can
the
see
tassels
Yeah.
are very short.
tassels are short, but
That,
that's
I get that though.
that's Hasbro-esque.
Yeah, that's.
Were the
that I'll
Hasbro
give-
tassels that short though?
Yes.
That short?
I'm literally looking at it. It's pretty close to the same thing. Maybe
Okay.
that has ones are a smidge longer.
Listen.
Look, we're looking at this. I was going to talk about this in weekly purchases, and I guess I will. But I got the recent Mitch toys, and they're absolutely unbelievable.
We'll talk about that later. I think the jacket.
but what I'm saying is, we're looking at this image, and it's a
no,
3D
I think
render.
the jacket
I
opened,
did. He's right. He's so like buttoned up. It's funny.
and he did it the right way. Like you could see the star underneath, but it's not worn that way, so it's odd.
Yeah.
But listen, I can't hate on him for doing this because I was begging the boys to do a Macho Man 4th of July repaint for Bendy's, and I was turned down.
Did he put this up for pre-order on the first one?
No,
Or
he just showed it. He just showed it.
Well, I will reserve judgment until I see the figure.
Okay.
True.
My
All
point.
right. Next up, Ricky Starks. I had to ask Ricky. This is a micro brawler, guys. I had to ask Ricky, what is he holding?
I literally said I wanted to ask Mark on this show. Like,
It's a
what's in
strap.
his-
He had a
That's
strap
the,
match.
the strap from his big match with Danielson.
Big match or match?
What?
I
His-
don't know. Maybe it's just not that famous. I don't know.
I mean, look, in the grand scheme of things, it was supposed to be the match with CM Punk.
Now I'm kind of remembering that.
So CM Punk would have wrestled Ricky Stark. So there was the Wembley, and then like literally a week and a half or a week later was the All Out or All In or whatever in Vegas.
Yeah. Well,
And Ricky was not on Wembley because he was building to the Punk match at the next pay-per-view. Shit happens. Danielson
wait,
steps
Mark?
in.
What happened?
What happened, Mark?
I don't know. There could have been a fight. I'm not really sure. It was I wasn't there. I can't comment on it. Okay.
Anyway,
But
regardless,
hold on. So Danielson goes in. They have an unbelievable match on pay-per-view, but it's
strap
weird
match?
because it's like why he was in the hard feud, but Danielson steps in. Anyways, it's unbelievable. It's fucking amazing match. So
I guess my thing is Ricky with like his pose would have been a little bit more like
yeah,
right justified. Than,
I thought
than
he was
this.
holding like a giant thing of like hot dogs, like fucking Michelangelo. When he's
I
fucking
thought,
turtles too.
I thought it was like Hangman's rope, and they like messed something up or something. I don't know. Clearly not an expert, so it doesn't matter.
I'll be passing on this one. I'll be passing.
I don't have any AEW brawlers.
Wow.
I think I have OC and Brody, but that's it.
Mark. All right, what else we got? Let's talk about this.
Oh man, we're in
Sandman.
trouble.
I can't even promote this because it's sold out. But Sandman limited to 1776. It was a July 4th zombie sailor toy. It's a Sandman repaint before the regular figure comes out. So technically the other one's going to be a repaint.
Which threw me for a loop because in my mind I'm like, oh, he's releasing Sandman. But I thought it was the Sandman. I didn't realize it was a repaint. I do love that's a John Lucas Reyes print that it comes with.
Yeah, you're definitely hanging that up in your room.
Oh man, I gotta find somewhere for it. It's cool as hell. I mean, at least in my gym or something.
Now, let's also point out, and I had D Freedom and a lot of other people look, that Mattel that we discussed last week, total fucking Like there's no way to salvage it.
It's supposed to be this. No, I know a way to salvage it. I'm working on it.
Fix up wise, we don't do fix up here, pal.
Yeah, but I have like a ECW bin of like guys that I make exceptions for. But you know,
I told you guys that he wrestled in the shirt with the sleeves, which is this to the extreme red shirt.
This is a real depiction. This is exactly what he wore.
Yes.
The other one's like a generous mashup of this and that Budweiser tank that he wore a lot.
Yep.
But he never wore it with the American flag pants.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I have to cut that other USA one from my collection. I just can't.
Yeah, I have
my mind.
I got them both in, and
if you're not like a
keep the
ECW psychopath like me, I think that's totally fine.
Yeah. Although I wanted to keep it, but I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't. This is incredible because this is accurate.
Yes.
I love it. I love everything
But there
about
is
it.
another Sandman coming from Zombie, and it's actually painted like the regular version of the Mattel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
what
this
I love
figure,
is
sorry,
the
Mark.
unique, hands, arms that he has on this. He hasn't done the arms to the side, and
no figures have had this plain pose.
Well, I don't think. To be fair, I don't think any have had them yet that have been released.
I know that's true. I'm looking at.
But it
Slick
could also
and all,
be him.
No, Mark and Tunny and Lowe's, right? They're all
Yeah,
like,
they don't care.
I have that.
Actually,
Awesome.
no, Mark has a point. Never mind.
I
yeah.
have the great fucking.
Dino Bravo was the first to have this like kind of no pose.
No, Dino's kind of doing like he's like his arms are down, but they're flexed.
It's like a hacksaw kind of thing. To be fair, I do think, and obviously this is probably a painted sample, and this is like not far along. I think you could eventually raise the arm up and turn the wrist, and he could be doing the Sandman Kane pose. You know what I'm saying?
Turn the wrist. What do you mean?
Your shoulder up, and then if the wrists move, then you can make the cane go across the top of his head, so it's like literally the Sandman Kane pose.
I don't think the wrist moves like in that direction, though, does it?
Yeah,
You
it
sure?
would definitely work. Yeah, look, raise your hand over your head and turn your wrist. It would be able to go out.
I guess.
Yeah, 100%. So I think that's the end game here in this particular.
I love it, man. I mean, listen, this is a pre-order. It's not going to come out for a while, but the fact that he sold 1776 of these is mind-boggling to me.
I mean, what we know from the toy industry and the numbers and stuff. Like, if this is true, like, God bless him, and then that means that, like,
And first of all, not only just sold out, like sold out in fucking like days.
it was like 48 hours, but like that means like his brand is really taking off because Sandman's not, and we know from experience, he's a ECW legend, but he's not a heavy hitter in that regard. Like to move
Especially
that.
this look of him.
Yeah.
I don't know you guys. This makes total sense to me. I didn't understand why you were so confused.
'Cause we know numbers of like what our stuff does.
I know that,
like,
but I had that exact amount, and I am not Sandman.
what are you talking about?
1776. If you count both of my figures, it was like that amount. 1200 and 500.
You're
So-
a unique, like, because of the major pod, though. You're kind of. Like
yes, I know that, but also Sandman.
I know.
But my point is,
I'm saying.
And Mark, yours are long gone.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Mark's went. Yeah.
I have some, in my room, but those were things that I bought on the side.
I think it's a testament to the Heels and Faces fan base that's
For sure.
ever growing, and people know when they get them, it's a quality product. You know.
I really love the USA themed box.
Yeah, it's like subtle. It's not like in your, it's not a lot, but
I saw a lot of people saying that it looked like USA Luger. I guess I could see the resemblance, but to me, it's Sandman.
it's Sandman. I mean, if you look at the scan, people are being.
We're only
saying
seeing that front picture too. Like I bet you.
Also, guys,
that,
that's like I said, a hand painted sample. That's figure's not going to be in your hands anytime soon. Maybe next 4th of July, you can open that bad boy up. I'm being serious.
No, I think we'll have it by 2025.
Yeah, 4th of July, 2025.
No, oh, man, we keep saying this. He says it's gonna come in and then things are gonna be pumping. We keep saying that, but I do believe that, and I bet you these come in the same time as that other Sandman, right? They're being made. The
You would think
bodies are
they'd be
being
all
made.
ordered together, yeah. But that Sandman's not even in that thing that he pictured, right, for the next series. So
No, it's not in the next series, but it was on that lineup.
yeah, okay.
Listen, I love it. I love the idea of it. Very, very smart, and congrats for selling out almost 2,000 figures. It might not seem like a lot to you guys.
It's a lot, man.
It's a lot of figures.
It's a lot. A holiday weekend. There's
I
a lot of
believe
things.
he has because
I'm
There's a
not
lot of
saying he
things
hasn't.
about it. That's
the
crazy.
line is hot. Sandman is one of the better signees he has.
He's
That look
alive.
is awesome.
Someone you can get that signed, autographed by.
Maybe
you
people
know?
were just mad their Mattel figure was so fucking wrong that they just said, fuck it, I'm ordering this.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I ordered 2 of them.
I believe it.
I mean, same, but I'm a completist.
Me too.
I actually do think it might hurt the sales of the next Sandman that comes out.
Possibly.
I don't think so. To me, this is cool, but this isn't Sandman. It's obviously it's Sandman, but like this is when you close your eyes and picture Sandman. This is not what you picture.
Yeah, when I close my eyes, more over popular Sandman wears jeans. But yeah.
Right. All right. Next up in news. Look at these Fanatics exclusives: Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Umenga.
What's up with that lack of tan on Big Terry there?
Jesus
Funko Pop.
Christ.
I know.
Still,
But
though.
Funko's can't get tan. I love
love
that
it.
they
Hulk
always
Hogan is more tan, in real life more tan than Umaga ever was. That's for
right,
sure.
and I love that every time Umaga gets a toy, they make it these red tights that he barely wore just to make it more toyetic. I
That's
think.
fine with me.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of funny though.
Little Umenga.
Revisionist history, right?
Funko is, it's still strong, whether we want to believe it or not. And they still keep banging
No,
out awesome
Of course,
figures.
yeah, of course. I'm sure it's got healthy margins.
Someone's saying, what is that belt on Hogan? It's the NWO Big Gold. Isn't
Yeah.
that obvious?
That's what I
I
yeah.
guess not obvious, but was to me. All right, next up, we got the NWO Deadly Pose magazine collection bobblehead.
Okay.
What's
Why
going
is-
on here?
Why is Kevin Nash wearing a gray NWO shirt? Out of 100, first off, is very low. This is 02 return to WWF NWO, correct?
Hold on one second. Joe Hersky saying that's not the Big Gold on that Hogan we just
It's
showed.
like a very. Think about how little the waist on a Funko is. It's just
Can we
like
go
a
back to
little-
that Hogan picture? Looks like
That
Big Gold to
looks
me.
like the big gold to
It's
me.
big gold with the crappy spray paint on it. It's just so.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how tiny the waist of a Funko is. There's not much to
I
work
understand. It is kind of like shaped maybe a little off, but
there's
no,
nothing
it's
to work
definitely
with
the big
there.
Gold. Yeah, it's,
with. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks Big Gold to me. Anyway, all right, back to this NWO Deadly Pose.
I thought that was Bischoff in the middle.
I thought it was Bischoff too.
Okay, 3 for 3.
I'm like, all
At
right, I
first
know
glance,
Scott Hall's
I thought that
dead,
was-
but we can't. We're going to replace it with Bischoff.
At first glance, I thought it was Bischoff too. Man,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand how this got a gray shirt.
maybe.
Aha.
Oh,
Oh, so we're looking at WWF magazine from
Ugh.
April 2002. The cover has Hogan in a leather jacket, Scott Hall in a leather jacket, and Kevin Nash in what looks like a dark gray
No,
shirt.
that's like an NWO shirt that's been through the
It's
wash
just
a
a
couple
vintage.
times.
Yeah, it's vintage.
And like Hogan's wearing like a brand new
fresh
That's
one.
like- that's
just
like-
just peeled the sticker off.
that doesn't
Yeah.
justify a different paint job.
Oh, I
Yeah.
100%
Uh-oh.
agree.
It is a vintage one because it doesn't have New World Order below it.
Ah,
That was the
yeah.
first print.
Oh.
Big Kev came prepared because he's such a goddamn pro. You know, Terry probably didn't have anything. They had to get him one off the merch stand. That's how it happened.
My God, that's
man.
hilarious.
I love how okay, so they're like going the extra mile to like get the gray detailing down, but then they're adding a logo to Hogan's bandana, which clearly isn't there.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't. Whoever like works on these is like a 0% wrestling fan.
I was
every
just
time.
going to say that.
Yeah, whoever, like I mean, they couldn't dislike wrestling more. I would say that
I
their
don't
like lack
mean-
of like general knowledge on things. Like,
Yes. I
wild.
don't mean to like, you
But
know,
what about the
shit on
person
people.
in WWE who approved this? Said, "Yep, looks good." Yep.
that person too. Yeah,
Yes. And
It's
you
a-
don't want
It's a
to
series of errors here.
you don't want to sit there and just like rag on people or whatever, because there are people that are trying to do good work and whatever the hell
yeah.
are making decisions or feeling good about decisions. But yeah, it's so many of these things. Like you can say we don't know about the situation. Maybe they had to do that because of cost or whatever.
Right.
End of the day, there is no cost related to this gray shirt. It is literally just a mess
No.
up or a bad
This
decision.
is the same as whoever designs those like Walmart and Target shirts that make no sense. And
Yes.
then same thing though. Somebody says, "Yep, looks great," And that person's at fault too,
Yes, 100%.
Sure.
What else we got? Oh, look at that, baby. Merch.
2011 Zack Ryder Bendy?
No, it's the new merch table exclusive. My Deathmatch King one leg tights almost sold out, so I'm always ready. And this is the sample. This is the gear I wore against Nemeth in GCW, the Cranial Cultural Center. So check it out. It's
Nick
at the,
Ziegler?
What kind of box does that even come in?
It comes in a what do you mean?
Like, what's the packaging design?
Like Ryder is dead, blah, 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 blah. It's cool.
I have no memories of it.
So yeah, this is coming very, very soon. And if there's still some one-legged tights, Major Benny's on my whatnot, but Australia cleaned me out. So
Hey,
I got
baby.
a couple left. And then we're
Nice.
switching up to the newest
I
merch
think I'm
table.
down to less than 20 of my merch Stan Bendy.
Wow.
End of an era, boys.
Are you getting a new one?
A little sad. I don't think so. Not anytime soon, no.
Really? You're just going to call
I
it
don't-
quits?
I just don't make enough towns. It's just like, it's a whatnot item,
So why don't you just make it a whatnot item?
I know, but then I don't know. That gets a little boring. That's like the only thing I'm peddling.
Got it. And also, guys, some more Major Bendy's news. We're getting into the clothing game. That's right. Available to pre-order right this fucking second, guys, on MajorBendy's.com. Ooh, yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage shorts. Check it out. It's got
Hulk Hogan, you coward.
It's nice pink shorts. Got the 3 stars on the crotch. Some nice TTD artwork on the side. And the classic Macho Man back of trunks on the back. Available right now on MajorBendy's.com. 2 weeks only.
I was going to say, these aren't forever.
Weeks only. What we're doing is a pre-order just to get the sizing down, and then we're going to order them right away. Obviously, these take a lot quicker than figures. So,
Yep.
D, was there any other photos provider? Or is this the only one we're doing right now? Guess that was the only one.
Macho Man guarantee.
What's happening? Whoa. No. No.
So close to the real thing, it's like being
No.
red.
Well, we just saw a little fucking Macho Man Hasbro cake.
I mean, the
was talking-
figure, I can tell. It looks like it's made out of Play-Doh, but the ring that is crazy.
Is this
Yeah.
a cake or is this real? Is the question. This
Mackenzie
was-
loves that show. We watch it randomly.
Marge.jpg on X. So,
Is it cake?
well,
It's super cool.
it looks great. But yeah, we're all machoed out. So get your Macho Man shorts right now on MajorBendy's.com. You guys have anything else for news?
That was it.
All right, so let's go to some ringside news. There are new package images for Jeff Jarrett, AEW ringside exclusive. We showed those off last week. Coming in soon, Survivor Series 2024 Elites with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the Bushwhackers, Adam Pearce, Build-A-Figure, Elite 112 with Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, Xavier Woods, Becky Lynch, Jada McDonough, and Stax chaining Lorenzo.
Mark's tag partner.
Up next, Ringside Top 10. This episode of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has been brought to you by Ringside Collectibles, the #1 online retailer of WWE action figures.
Go to WrestlingFigures.com and make a purchase. And when you do, use discount code MAJOR at checkout to save 10%.
Ringside Top 10. Brand new figures, how much did you spend? Ringside Top 10. 40 figures, exhausting mailmen. Ringside Top 10. Another sale, Sami Zayn's #1 again. Ringside Top 10. Use code MAJOR for discount at the end.
Number 10, Cody Rhodes, Ultimate Edition 21. Number 9, Ricochet, Elite 111. Number 8, Sandman, Black and White, Elite 111. Number 7, Solo Sikoa, Elite Top Picks 2024. Number 6, Seth Rollins, Elite 109. Number 5, Cody Rhodes, Elite 111. Number 4, Gunther, Ultimate Edition 22. Number 3, Finn Balor, Elite 111. Number 2, The Steiner Brothers, Ultimate Edition 2-pack. And number 1, Yeet Jey Uso, Ultimate Edition 22.
God, that's the one I can't decide if I need it or not.
Fucking love it. I love it. All right, guys, up next is Weekly Purchases, brought to you by Major Bendy's.
Big match in my house? I'll bring my guys. You have yours. I've got Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Ric Flair. Woo! Here's Andre the Giant. And here's Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Brian Myers. And Matt Cardona.
They're so real. Can you tell the difference?
Roster cut. Video silence.
Big rubber guys. They're for real. Each sold separately on MajorBendies.com.
Big rubber guys. Collect them all.
All right, guys, get those shorts.
Hey, shorts.
Get
available.
your
Look at
Big
that.
Rubber Guys, Major
And
Bendy's
for those that have
shorts.
purchased in the past, we've had Brian Myers shorts and Macarona shorts. I think you know the
They're
quality.
Chalk line-esque.
The quality is top notch. Yeah, very chalkline-esque.
All right, guys, weekly purchases. I want to start off, guys. You got these last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I finally got the British Bulldogs Big Rubber Guys. I finally got them. Now, this is our product, so I'm a little biased, of course. Holy shit.
There's been some rave reviews, man.
On this Dynamite Kid
Dynamite's top notch, yeah.
is unbelievable. Davey Boy Smith, unbelievable. Holding Matilda, sorry, D, there's no nipples, but Matilda is unbelievable. What I love about Davey, he can hold Matilda under the left arm, but also what a lot of people aren't understanding, because these are bendable, you can put somebody in there for that running power slam.
Oh, yeah.
Big old running power slam.
Man,
And,
it was
Dynamite.
1987. You'd be doing that all day.
And Dynamite can also hold Matilda.
Yeah, he holds Matilda very easily, too, yeah.
So, and I love the Big Rubber Guy stamp on the bottom.
Yeah, the new stamp is fun.
So I love these. I thank anybody who. Oh boy, that's right. I think anybody who ordered
So
them-
many. You know what's funny? Like I catch Mackenzie playing now, and like almost like blacking out, you know, and like she's doing stuff. But like that's 100% what I used to do with my wrestling figures. But I'm singing all the songs, and I'm Gorilla Monsoon, like screaming what's going on and stuff.
Right.
But they must have the way Liz and I laugh, like kind of behind her back, like not laugh at her, but like kind of get a kick out of it. I'm sure my parents did the same thing. All the wrestling figures.
Oh yeah.
So we know there were some issues with damaged packaging. Trust me, I got them too damaged.
Hey, they're fire.
That warehouse is fired, and we will solve all those issues if you
already fixed. I would
already
say.
fixed it. Just contact the customer service. What about you?
Quickly, I've been grabbing my friends and students and whatever on test shots. This popped up. I snagged it right away because old MJF here, was a test shot of his Devil brand new Jazzwares figure. Came from China, shady eBay purchase, but MJF stuff is a lot tougher to find and more rare, I would say, because the fan base is much bigger. So I don't have anything MJF test shot. So I thought this was a really cool way to kick it off. I wish it came with that Chase head too, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's really cool.
pretty awesome. So that's going to be part of my test shot collection.
So my purchases this week are all just catch-ups. So I got the Sandman and the Chelsea, finally. Great figures.
Jeez, Chelsea's so good. Saw Chelsea in the wild the other day.
Actually, I will mention this. I have that Major Pod shelf, with Major Pod family members.
Yeah.
Of course, Chelsea's Basic was in there, so I took that out, replaced it with
That
a new
one's
one.
like, you don't even need that one anymore.
Looking at that Basic, woof! Holy crap!
I'm supposed to say it's like she crimped her hair like one time and they made a figure of it. So it's like it's not like a evergreen Chelsea at all.
She's like smiling. It's like, what are we doing? Anyway, great update. Awesome figure. The shush, the tattoo in the finger. It's awesome.
So good.
I did get the big rubber guys. Awesome. Great job. And I will put this over. Mitch sent me the Mark Merrill.
Guys, let's talk about him.
Oh, you got him too. Oh,
Mitch-
okay. I thought we
Mitch
talked about
sent
this
me
already.
the Mark Marrow and the Quebecers. I think because we had such nice things to say about him last week. Which
Wait,
I mean,
did he send you the yellow Mark Merrill?
whoa, variant ski.
Guys, this will be on Whatnot tonight. 1 of 300 Mark Merrill on Whatnot tonight.
I'm excited. I mean, these still look good in the mid card phase. I'm gonna let them breathe here.
While you're doing that,
I'm
let me
gonna
just
let
tell
it
you
breathe, too.
what I
First of all,
thought.
the carding's incredible.
The carding and like the thickness is. He's fixed that a long time ago. Though.
You could throw that against the wall 10 times. They're not. It's not going to.
It's almost too hard to open.
Nah, you can't. Come on, you can't.
No, exactly. It is too hard. It's annoyingly hard to open, but I would rather that than.
Of course.
If you would appreciate it if like. Saying 15 years from now, you're like, oh man, I really wish I collected that bitch stuff, and then you got it, it'd all be secure. You know what I mean? And you let it breathe.
Yes.
Man, dude, I'm impressed.
That's what I'm
Still
saying.
has that like.
I thought we talked about this already, so I opened mine and already put them in the shelf, so I didn't even have it. But I was
awesome.
just blown away. That face on that Mark Merrow is perfect. It is so Hasbro-like.
The shine is better. It's like the only thing is that like it's got like I don't want to say rubbery, but more rubbery than a Hasbro. But he's getting there, man.
I mean,
Oh,
I think
God.
this Marrow is the best thing he's done by far. And I think I might keep the red and the black. They're both pretty good.
Yeah.
I think everything about it looks
'cause
like a
it's three
Hasbro
we talked
pose.
about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Hasbro-like. I look, back in the day,
This is
I've said
I'm
this a
very
million
impressed
times.
with this, man.
My Fig Fed was Galoobs, Hasbros, and Bendy's, right? And me and Steve Negron did everything that we could to add people to that Fig Fed, right? We would customize Bendy's, we would customize Galoobs, all that stuff. If you were to hand me and Steve these figures back then, we would have been so thrilled.
You would lose your mind.
Immediately into the Fig Fed. They fit perfectly with everything in that era.
I think he's doing as good of a job as epic as
Yeah, I got this
FC.
PCO. So it was the Godwins or Duke Droese, like that era. There was something with like Caucasian faces he couldn't get right.
because he was painting like
Yeah, the
skin
underneath the
over.
color. Yeah, but now these must be molded in that skin tone color, and it's like making a world of difference. Here's the PCO, Carl.
It's
Let-
freaking great.
The
glass
my,
is going
my one
perfect.
complaint about the Quebecers is that the faces are a little too cartoony.
Nah, I like it.
Maybe.
I like it.
I don't hate them.
Same thing. I like the poses.
I literally, guys, I proudly put them in my cabinet.
Yeah,
And I
it's
wasn't
like-
going to collect anything. Just because I just wanted to set rules, right? So, but now, here's my question to you guys. What are the best Mitches that I need to go back and get? What are the acceptable ones? Because
that's
I'm
what-
not going to get the Ahmed.
I
and
mean,
the-
I want to give Mitch his flowers here, and I am because I think these are great.
yeah.
But there's the ones in the past. They're like I've had them in my hands, and they're not great. Like he's making these improvements. So
I
like,
do think Men on a Mission are musts.
Okay, Men on the Mission. But
Men on the
Zombie's
Mission
got
are
those
close.
coming.
No,
That's
we don't know that for sure,
he
though.
definitely does. Yeah.
I think they're good placeholders for sure. I think as much as I wanted to love his Godwins, I don't think the
It's
Godwins and Duke are that great.
They're not because of what I said. They're not. They're not.
I feel
they're
like
not
you-
cast in that
I
color.
feel like you gotta get the Godwins and Duke until Zombie makes better.
Zombie's already put at least Henry on the back of packaging for somebody, right?
I think you gotta get the Godwins. I think you gotta get Duke. No way, Smoke Train. Ahmed, no way. Even Ahmed's like, ugh.
Ahmed's fine-ish, but like
I do have Savio.
That crazy.
Savio's good.
He sent me
Savio is not bad. Yeah.
But these are, I think, if you're a retro collector and you are on the fence for collecting
These
grapplers,
man, I
and
don't have
gimmicks,
I don't have a bad thing to say about
Mero
these.
is damn
Three
near
figures.
perfect to me.
Yeah,
I'm with you, man.
I think I like the Quebecers a lot too, man.
Hey, we give him a lot of shit. This is honest.
No, if he made change, like, you know what I mean? He wasn't
He's getting better.
complacent. It wasn't like a cash grab, you know, like he's made changes to get better. Like what else could you ask from a a company.
Chris Risley says, test out the arms and torso, broski. Do it your way, pal.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
Everything's
Yeah.
fine. Everything's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just like he was using Sal from Rush Collectibles to do that smoke training. It was an embarrassment. I think Mitch should make it Mitch should go on he loves his Instagram videos. He should make an announcement that he is denouncing that figure from his toy line.
Remember that interview? Oh, we're really good friends. We're best friends. We've never met, but we're best friends.
I think he should
all-timer.
remove that figure from his line. That's what I would do if I was him. But listen, great job, Mitch.
Yeah.
You know,
It does make me curious for like the future ones where I was pretty like checked out and not curious about what Mitch was doing.
And there's no way you're going to get in on any of these?
I'm keeping these 3 for sure. They're great.
Right.
I don't know. I got to reassess here.
Guys, I got some more retro figures this week. I got Boom Colt Cabana from FC figures figure collection.
I meant to buy one of those.
I got these 2 because I don't know which ones I want, so I'm going to get them both. And now listen, guys, this Cabana, I do think his hair is a little too light.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, I love it. Got the kapow. He's got the elbow pad thing.
He's wearing that singlet that he made in his kitchen, I'm sure, in his apartment.
Honestly, I'm almost positive that these are made in the exact same factory.
Just because they're so similar.
Bro, if you didn't tell me these are 2 different companies,
yeah, you wouldn't know.
now, and that's not an insult to FC.
I mean,
It's more
Mitch
of a compliment to Mitch.
And Mitch has the branding now to the FC.
Bro, so does FTC.
Oh my God.
FC.
Really? That's cool.
Guys, I really believe this is the same factory. Everything about it like feels this, like if you close your eyes and you feel them, like just everything feels the same.
Wow.
By the way, these are available right now on coltmerch.com.
Really?
Yeah.
So this
The old familiar coltmerch.com.
What is a GeoCities site? It's been up forever.
6'1", 245. Maxwell Street in Chicago, Illinois. Whether in the ring or behind a mic, Colt Boom Cabana has captivated audiences with his dynamic and entertaining style for 25 years. The rest of the people in his set, Chelsea Green, Effie, the Headbangers, we're still waiting for Mike Chioda to come out.
Right.
That was a long time to get Series 1 out.
Well,
Chelsea,
there was
Jesus Christ.
a lot of changes in management, right?
I'm still not sure if I need this Cabana right here, but I feel like I'll keep 2 Cabanas. He's a close personal friend, but I'm not getting all fucking 3.
Right.
Fuck it, I'll open them right now.
Oh, shit.
I'll open them right now.
Spared him from whatnot. Wow.
Man, okay, fuck. To me, this is definitely the one to keep because it has the kapow on the butt. This one has Colt got lazy designing this singlet. Nothing on the butt.
I like that one.
I like them both, but I think the red one's better. But I'm happy.
They both
for
have
Colt.
that same hair app.
Yeah, and there was like a fade, which is nice. Nice touch.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
FC does great work, but Mitch is just he's stepping up his game. So good job, boys. Anything else?
I have one more quick thing for those that care in the card world. I had a big get my Mets collection. I believe when let's see at some point in like 2019, 2020, I started this pack pulled Met certified auto collection. Right, at one of each person that I can get. Carlos Beltran, Mets legend. This is a 1-of-1 certified auto. Finally came up on eBay. It's brand new. I don't know if I won this or back and forth, but it was a big get because they don't make Beltran played for a lot of teams, but his Met autos were like not plentiful and very expensive. And now the current list, I'm looking at my phone.
Oh boy.
Certified pack pulled Mets autograph cards. I have 168 different Met players. So I have to keep the list on my phone. Even like if I go to like a card show or whatever, it's you forget what you do and don't have, and it's getting hard because it's like some of the guys now are just like whatever minor leaguers that never accomplished anything, kind of stuff. But when I get a big one like Beltran, that's a big get. And I've had this on like my saved listings for a long time, so I was pumped about it. Cool. Yeah.
I got some micro brawlers. I said I was out a couple weeks ago, but I'm back in. I got
that was quick, bro.
I got Chavo Guerrero. Ooh, Chavo.
Is that a La Familia Chavo there?
No, he's wearing the biker shorts. So,
Oh, he is? You can see?
Yeah.
Underneath?
Yeah.
Oh, because you can see leg. Got it.
yeah. Demolition with the mass. These
That's
are
cool.
awesome, I think. Really, really cool. Because there's Demolition before, but it's a different way, and now these are
Right.
actually in packaging. And I'm not going to read what the back says, but SDL.
Oh, snap. It's out?
She's with the face paint, not face paint, but tattoo.
No, that's a real tat, brother.
A real tat.
I've seen it.
So very, very proud of SDL that she got a micro brawler. Pretty damn cool, man.
Nice.
That's all I've got for weekly purchases.
It was a light week.
Mark, you done?
Yeah. I just got the stuff that we talked about.
Major
It's
Mark
time
purchases?
for Major Mark purchases
do
of the
Let's
week.
go.
All right. There we go. He finished the story here. AJ Lanigan bought this off Facebook Marketplace on the 4th of July for $80. This is the third and final one that I needed to complete the set. Super happy to have all three now. I have a Slim Jim turkey display that I break out for Thanksgiving. So this is that Macho Man Slim Jim display thing that people were
Yeah,
trying
a lot of people have, yeah. So there's different like is this like a purple jacket as opposed to like the red?
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, he showed the first two that he got, and he was looking
Right.
for this one. So he
Cool.
managed to finish the story.
Love it.
We got a big boy
baby.
here. Alan Corpus says, without this group, this would have been super expensive on eBay or Mercari. Love how I can trust making transactions on here without worrying if I will get scammed. Glad to add a mint on card Hogan Hasbro to my collection.
That's nice. Very
Sold
nice.
in the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Now,
That's
Deep
a
Freedom
beaut.
says that should have a Hulk rules on the headband.
Now we know. Ruin our childhood. It's inaccurate.
All right,
What?
shit, this is pretty cool, right? Ronnie Burke says, went to a horror convention, and since this group loves Pabst Blue Ribbon, this art print popped me, and I had to have it.
That's pretty wild looking.
It's just like a really cool card, like
Yeah.
a comic anime zombie chick with Pabst Blue Ribbon thing. It's really cool.
like The Exorcist Pabst Blue Ribbon or something.
That's
Yeah.
nice. What the hell?
Bozo the Clown here, Todd
Autograph.
Thomas Michael. He says, as I'm sure most Midwest major marks growing up in the Chicagoland area would agree, getting to see Bozo live was an early bucket list event. Unfortunately, with a 10-plus year wait list for tickets, I never got a chance. Yeah, I never got a chance to make my boyhood dream come true. That was until out of nowhere, a random Facebook post popped up on my feed about a live signing from WGN's very own Bozo at a local antique mall. I had a Bozo Funko already, but not good enough, pal. I had to find an authentic 1980s Bozo figure to get signed by the 1980s childhood Bozo I grew up watching and loving.
That's wild.
And what better choice than a 1980s Bozo Bendy? What an amazing experience meeting my childhood icon. And when I asked him if he wanted to keep the blue Posca paint pen I came with, he said, if you don't mind, I thank you. These pens are the best. I told him, I know, that's why I brought it.
Look at him spreading the
Doesn't
knowledge.
David Arquette own Bozo now?
I think so, yes.
Wild.
Something like that. Or he owns the rights to make
Wow,
stuff.
I love this.
I love these, right? Dennis Spicciacci says, I got the final Star Wars Burger King glass that I needed to finish my sets from the original trilogy. The Return of the Jedi and Chewbacca one in the front are my originals from childhood. I've always wanted to get the other 7 to finish the sets, but never got around to getting them until now. I figured I should do it before the 50th anniversary in a few years when the prices would likely skyrocket.
Which, like, it's funny to me, like, these things are so 80s and 90s, but, like, how did this go away? It's not like people stopped drinking out of glasses.
I don't think it's gone away. Like Universal Studios makes these glasses every year. I collect them
yeah.
every year.
I guess it's just not as popular as it was, right?
I
Or people bring up those Batman and Robin glasses all the time, like
Yeah.
how much those, like,
I would love to do a
loves
set of premium glasses like that for Major Pod.
I've been
Well,
saying.
we got the cups.
I know the cups are
The
cool,
souvenir
but
cups
I
are great, but this is
I
a
like to do
different,
the all over.
this is a different price point for sure.
Yeah.
More cups coming to
I
the.
think our greatest cups of all time at Kowloon's, bro.
So my
Warning-
brother, I got those. in the
Warning you
mail.
guys. Warning you, get the cups.
Yes, my brother was over when I'm not going to break anything. My brother was at my house when I opened that box to look at him. He was thrilled, very excited about one of these cups.
Oh man,
Took one for himself right away.
that's great. Oh shit.
Left the house. Okay, this is great, guys. We had an epic segment last week on the pod. Look at that.
No.
Look at that.
Cart. It's in
Russ
the cart.
Saylor said, smoked a bowl and ordered this Mark Sterling
Yes.
silver ring
Yeah, that's
shirt.
not a clear-minded decision for sure.
Silver rings.
He's going to be walking around with my
Love it.
ear on his shirt.
Scary.
I want to do something like who can buy the worst Major Pod shirt we have.
That's it. That's over.
That's got to be it.
We literally just did that
What about
segment.
Naked Swoggle? That one where there's
No,
where we
that
see his
one's
butt.
like-
There's where we
Mark's
see his
ear
butt.
is way more strange and weird.
Swoggle was in 6 WrestleManias. My ear
Yeah.
was in none.
And it went through a phase where he'd be naked all the time. So like
Yeah.
it wasn't really a big deal.
All right, last one. That was great.
Iman?
I told Iman that I would do this last week.
Oh my god, he's still crying about this?
He says, as featured on the Major Pod YouTube channel, Brian Myers, Mark Bitters, and Pixel Dan recently toy hunted at Geek Toy Hut in Illinois. By the way, I love when Eamon does this stuff. He writes like a great essay. It reads
course, he's
well,
a lawyer,
uses
of
good
course.
words.
It's a well-educated man.
The second most famous professional wrestling lawyer.
Third, I would say Dawkins is
True. And then fourth is Clarence Mason. While doing so, they came across an amazing blow mold bootleg Mr. T figure. Despite being well aware of my love of Mr. T and bootleg toys, Brian and Mark Bitters just left the fig there without so much as a DM to me about it.
Come on, man.
Maybe with the help
up.
of my therapist, I will find the strength to forgive them someday. Luckily, upon reaching out to Geek Toy Hut, I learned that the figure was still available. I was able to buy it and have them ship it to me along with a few other things. A-Team Action Corvette with minty face figure, A-Team Tactical Van, and an in-box talking Mr. T, all from Galoob, all from 1984.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, you're welcome, Iman, that I connected you to some obscure toy shop in Chicago.
I love
Was
that
that, was
van.
that the last one?
That was the
Yeah.
last one.
Mark, I forgot I had one last purchase from Ringside Collectibles. I got Maxine.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think it's
I don't think that's in stock. How'd you get that, bro?
I got it.
Uh-uh.
Shoosh.
Shoosh.
I think this is one of the best female. Like the head is dead on.
I love that they gave her those hands and made it like way more fun.
I know.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of these for Chelsea. I think it's one of the best females they've ever done.
How is the
I think
Chelsea
the-
friend collection going? That you
It's pretty good. It's just in
made for
it's
her.
in the closet. But there it is from Ringside Collectibles. Shoosh. There it is.
Well, look behind the left ear, Matt.
Is it Mark's
Oh, got a
earring?
little tattoo on the behind the left
Matt.
ear.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that detail.
what detail?
Wow, and that's super tiny. Wow. I'm very, very impressed with this.
Sweet.
I think it's a great job.
Congrats to Maxine.
The face is dead on. Anyway, all right. Up next, guys, is the Q&A. All right, guys, welcome to the Q&A. Use the hashtag AskMajorPod. If we read your question on air, you will get a little prize. What do we got, Mark?
All right. This is my question. Trevor Duncanson, he's asked this question a number of times. So I figured let's just get this out of the way. He needs to know, apparently. It says, Ask Major Pod, when traveling internationally, is there anything extra you pack that you normally wouldn't if you were just wrestling in the States?
Besides a
That international super adapter thing.
Yeah, I was going to
Adapter?
say, I just got back from Ireland, and that's the only thing that I was like,
Well, your passport, because you don't want to
Passport.
get turned right back around because you're an idiot.
AEW gives us a travel packet of information, like at the border, in case they ask questions about.
Yeah, like TNA even does that. Like we get like all the stuff, like if
I've
we're
never had
going
to use it.
if we're going to Canada or whatever. Or like some places require a visa, even
Yeah.
whatever.
So I just went
Actually-
to Australia. Go ahead, Mark.
If you watch Rampage, I have a clipboard, and I had to have papers in it. and I didn't know what to grab, and it was last minute. So actually, the papers in the clipboard that I walk out to the ring on are my international travel package.
there you go.
That I happen to have in my bag. But anyway, go ahead, bro.
So I was just in Australia trying to think if there's anything I brought that I wouldn't normally bring. Well, I've said this many times. I don't do T-shirts in the U.S., but on international events, I'll bring international merch. Like an Australian T-shirt or an England T-shirt.
That's cool.
That's what I do. Maybe I'll bring like extra protein or certain supplements that I'm not sure
I was
are
gonna
going to
say,
be able to sell.
I guess back in the day when we first started doing tours, I would pack like bars and all this stuff because like to find that was not so easy as it is nowadays.
Right.
Like quick, healthy snacks or things with protein was definitely not plentiful. I remember those protein shots.
Oh God, remember
Those
that?
things in like a test tube. I would like have.
What a
things
waste!
like
Those
that.
things were such a waste.
Oh, they were so gross too. But yeah, things like that for sure.
I always make sure overseas, like emergency topic, because you don't know if they're going to sell stuff like that overseas.
Gotta have that.
Tanner, because you can't necessarily just walk into
No way you're finding like a Sally's Beauty to
Right,
get like
right.
the right spray tan stuff you want.
because what the great and Ziggler busts my balls about all the time, but it's true. Like when I'm on the road, I'm always going to Target, Walmart, A, to search for figures, and B, to buy something I forgot, because it's so I forgot my toothbrush. All right, I'll just go buy one at Walmart. Or I forgot my mouthwash or deodorant.
Yeah,
and it's the stuff that I'm using. It's like, oh, this is the face wash that I use.
Right.
If I'm in Australia, who the fuck knows what's gonna be?
Yeah, I've brought that like mentality to like my family when we go on vacation. Liz is always like so frantic to pack everything, make sure we have everything, and I'm like, we'll just get it. I'm like, who cares? What?
I literally have had this conversation with a bunch of people recently, and that's my wife packs everything possible that could happen. Well, if there's an earthquake where we go, we have to have an earthquake response kit.
Same thing, yeah.
So I say, if you're about to put anything in your bag and you think to myself, just in case, take it the F out.
Yeah, and then just go buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to
like
pack
Uber Eats, Instacart. You get things right to your fucking room.
Yes. I used to pack like a steamer for my suits.
I still to this day pack a steamer.
So my suits don't get wrinkled. So then for a long time I would pack just in case they got wrinkled.
An emergency steamer.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, I'll just use the iron out. Like, what are we
that
talking
too,
about?
right?
Like,
Yeah. Or the old hang it and put a hot shower and just hang it thing. I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah. All
Good
right.
question.
All right, Brian. This question, Macho Mandalorian. This is a very serious question. I don't know what you're laughing about. Ask Major Pod, with Mike the Miz now being an official WWE legend thanks to the upcoming AETV biography, does Matt Cardona now need all his figures?
I thought this was a fascinating question.
I do own.
Before we went live, maybe I was having my morning meeting or whatever, and I'm scrolling Instagram and I see Miz post the trailer for this, and I just see Broski's comment, I can't believe this exists, but I guess I'm happy for you or something. Right? I can't believe this exists.
I said something like that. It wasn't that mean. I do Jack's figures. I have his figure. As we talked about in the Zach and Kurt episode, like I have all Jack's figures. Mattel, I have his. Even though I think it's teetering the line by my rules, I have his Best of Ruthless Aggression.
Oof! I thought about it. And I stopped myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't you need to collect? Don't you have rules like that?
Yeah, but that's like we're on the roster when he's that guy. Like,
I don't know about that. That Best of Ruthless Aggression Miz. Do we have a time period on that?
If he has black, I want to say if he has black hair, there's no doubt we're there. The blonde would be very close.
I believe that's it's got. I think it's got the good evil on the glove, so it's more of like a debut, like 05-06 Miz. But it's got kick pads because it's reusing the legs that were from the Elite Series 6, so it should have like sneakers with the socks.
Yeah.
And,
So it's a
I count it.
Makina mashup.
it's got the new suspenders, so that's pretty neat.
I think you need to count it too, Brian.
Oof. I'm gonna eyeball it. But anyway, keep talking.
Yeah, so that's the only one I currently have. For a while, like I've had like friends and family like fucking shelves. I don't know. Like will I get to a point where I'm gonna want some of these guys? Maybe, but I wouldn't get all the figures. Absolutely not. I'd get one.
Man, D might be right. This might be like a right before we come.
Yeah, bro. I did the research myself.
But
I
I thought that hat was like an ECW Miz thing. I think that's what they're.
It is. But
he also has nothing on his gloves, D.
He's nodding yes.
Yeah, there's no deco hits on the gloves.
I maybe one day I'll do all my friends properly, and then I'll have Miz. I won't do him in his current look where he's ripped off my sunglasses and headband. I'd do something like more like when he's like WWE champion the first time. But listen, I'm very happy for Miz. I'm happy for everything he's done. We were there when he was literally changing in fucking like room closets, bathrooms.
We saw with our own eyes, yeah.
When he was kicked out of the locker room, you know, so he proved everybody wrong. He worked his ass off. He still does to this day. I think he's one of the most underrated wrestlers in history. I mean, fuck, I worked him once. I remember Madison Square Garden. He was a heel, and we called it on the fly, and he was the one calling the match because of all the stuff he did with Cena. He was just so, and that was fucking over a decade ago.
He was just that comfortable, yeah.
He was just that comfortable, that good. He still is. But
I always loved Miz because I was a huge fan of the challenge. Huge.
I was not, to be honest.
I watched his reality.
I casually watched it, so I knew who he was. Like I knew.
Right.
Well, I watched his Real World season like live, like DVR'd it or whatever.
Right. It definitely didn't DVR it. It was ancient. Yeah.
Probably recorded on a VHS, Mark.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I made sure I was at the TV every time it was. I loved Real World, man.
See, I'm very happy for Miz. I will not get all of his figures, but he definitely deserves a spot in my collection. Not only because he's one of my good friends, but because of what he's done in this business.
Does Miz text you happy birthday? There's no fucking way.
He probably doesn't.
Yeah.
But I don't think he texts his dad happy birthday, so I'm not insulted by that.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Yeah, actually, does Miz text anybody happy birthday?
Probably not.
There's no way.
Miz is like not a good friend. like he's just like he's a good friend of mine, but he's not a good friend. You know what I'm saying?
Well said.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I know. I completely get it. I know him
he's
very
a
well.
good friend of mine, but he's not a good friend.
Right, yeah.
I always say that.
I think we can put Trent Beretta in the same category.
But Trent is really nice.
Of course, he's not going to text
Trent's
you
like oblivious on a different level. Miz is just so far up his own ass.
Yeah, it's two different kinds.
And I love Miz. I'm in a group chat with Miz, Morrison, and Ziggler. I would say Miz responds like once a month, while it's like the rest of us going back and forth.
Well, he's a busy man. He's a very famous, very busy man.
Famous.
He's too busy,
By the way, that's definitely a social clip. But
Missionary Mike.
Yeah, I usually describe them as I would say so and so is a very challenging person to be friends with. There's just people that they make it hard.
I think because it's wrestling and we have such tough skin, I don't take it to heart that like Trent Beretta doesn't message me happy birthday. And I know he loves me because he's my good friend.
I just think Trent is like a different dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's just another planet.
Miz is just like too preoccupied with his fucking, Miz is someone who isn't. He has someone posting his social media.
He's doing a script read somewhere or something.
Yeah, and he doesn't post his own stuff on social media. Someone else doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
So he doesn't know when I'm ripping on him, and he's like, he has no idea.
All right.
Speaking of friends, and you mentioned Morrison, I just wanted to say, man, what a great guy Morrison is. I've really gotten to know him since he's been on Ring of Honor and stuff. We chat all the time. We talk about Broski a lot. It is he's just a dude,
Morrison is someone you describe. He's a locker room treat, right? If he's in you're sharing a locker with him, you're like, all right, this rules.
You know what else about him too? Yeah. I comment on this all the time. You know the young guys who get to TV always and they're in the ring and their sweatpants and they're rolling around because they love wrestling, right? Yeah. It's always like Top Flight, the young guys, and Morrison.
Well, because Morrison's like working on his weird flips.
Because he likes flips and tricks and stuff. Yeah.
Still, he's been wrestling for 50 years, and he's still out there working on
Broski's wedding weekend. Like I want to say, Liz and I got like a pump at like the hotel gym, and he was in there. Went back, showered, went out for the day. We came back. He was still in the hotel gym, like ninja kicking water bottles off of stuff. We were like. And Liz kind of looked at me. I'm like, this is what he does. Like,
there's also a video, we can't post it here, where with a Sharpie he wrote "Eat Me" on his ass. It was doing like pulled out his pants, doing backflips,
standing backflip and mooning people. This is "Eat Me."
He's the greatest guy of all time.
He's one of a kind.
this Ms. Burial turned into a Morrison put over talk.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I can see that YouTube clip now. Who's better, Miz or Morrison?
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh,
All right,
man.
my
All right,
question.
final question. Edward Valentino. He says, out of the following 3 classic WWF sappy songs, which is your favorite and why? I'll Be Your Hero, Lex Luger. You Start the Fire, Bret Hart, or Tell Me a Lie, Shawn Michaels. Wow.
All
Bro.
legendary songs to me. It's You Start the Fire
Oh,
because
not
it's on
even
my
close,
it's
yeah.
on my gym playlist. You can work out to it.
Bro, that song gets my like blood flowing. Like
The other ones are very nice, but
they're nice, but they're not. It's
you
a
can't-
different.
it's like-
it's- the feel is so different that I
Yes.
can't even put them in the category. Like
The Shawn Michaels is like more sad or whatever.
it's
you know?
way
He's
too
like-
sad.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
You Start Fire Me is like so motivational to me. Like man,
it's on my gym playlist to this
same.
day.
I have it on there.
What's the first song on your gym playlist? First one. It plays first.
I could look mine. It's probably gonna be really bad.
I do shuffle,
'Cause
so it doesn't matter.
No, from like when you made it though.
Well, I love Brian's gym playlists are always great.
I do. Mine's the most random one of all time because I probably this is probably when I made this.
Lights go down,
Like,
downstate.
Mine is Prelude 1221 from AFI.
Oh yes.
We're gonna get flagged.
Okay. Yeah.
And it
Great
kicks
question.
in pretty hard.
Great.
All right, that's it.
All right, let's go to some good housekeeping. All right, guys, welcome to Good Housekeeping. YouTube.com/@MajorWPod. We are fucking cooking. Brian and Mark have a vlog, a big warehouse raid of Ringside Collectibles to pick up an Ethan Page figure. I just had my toy hee-hoo vlog up. And I have 4 videos in the can. Mark, what's the first one you're going to work on? Do you even know?
Whatever the first one is. I'm going to do it in order.
Then the first one will be Columbus, Ohio. Big Fun Columbus.
Oh, there we go. The return.
The return for me to Big Fun Columbus. Check that out. And also, guys, we have already recorded the Zach and Kurt Incarnation of Domination. So check that out. And check out our Clips channel as well. ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWPod. Get your Smart Marky Mark shirt.
Man.
There's so many shirts you can get. But get your Live 20. Look at that. Silver rings.
Silver rings.
Nobody wants
I mean,
that
these are
shirt.
just 2 of the top selections.
I totally forgot that TTD made me a casual line that's up there too. I totally forgot to send the graphic, but if you want
Where'd you get that idea from?
A little more casual
Where'd you get
Brian
that idea
Myers
from?
merch, check out Pro Wrestling Tees, yeah.
Where'd you get that idea from?
TTD gave me that idea.
No, it's fucking my idea. Andy from Kowloon sent me this text today.
Oh no, here we go.
$866 worth of Live 20 shirts he ordered.
So the whole staff is gonna have it.
800
NWO Jerry Lynn better beware of that shirt.
820 of them.
Yeah.
Holy $820 worth of them.
Still, that's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Major Pod merch, guys. Very soon, the WCW-esque cards will be out. There's a lot of cool hidden treats on there. MajorPodMerch.com.
Yeah, we gotta
Major
get up there.
Bendies.
Mechanic. That's gotta be like any day now. That's
Did I send
all.
those? I sent
Why would
those,
you-
right?
Oh,
them?
I'm like,
The
why
ones
do you
that
have
I
this?
got for you guys?
I don't know.
I don't have them.
Well,
Hopefully.
well, let's get Timmy on the horn and figure that out.
Let's figure that out. MajorBendies.com. Get your shorts, your Macho Man shorts, 2 weeks only. And then, of course, San Diego Comic-Con coming up. There's still some great figures on there. There's a Deanna, I believe, a Ricky Morton, Major Bendy. So check those out. Chavo Guerrero. Whatnot every single Monday. Brian and I, we are on. I'm on 5:30 into Brian. So
I'm
check us
taking
out.
this week off for my wife's birthday.
Oh, damn.
But I'm doing it a little later on Tuesday. You know, if you're listening to this Friday or Saturday, you've long missed it, but you can, guys, you can go back and watch Whatnots. I do it all the time with breaks when I fall asleep. So if you're curious as to what goes on and things selling or the fun and the mayhem, you can always do that too. If you've
I mean,
missed the
Broski's
live
phone
ones.
could overheat and he could put it in his freezer. You never know.
Oh yeah, that
It's
did
very,
happen.
very possible. All right, we got Major Rewind every 2 weeks. Jay George takes us down memory lane with the history. It's been 6 years, guys, of Major Pod stuff. So every 2 weeks he fills you in,
Crazy.
and then every other week We go from the vault. What's from the vault this week?
Broski.
Yep.
FWF Season 2.
Yep.
Mark versus Matt.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
Major Fest.
The finale?
The finale.
Wow.
Watch
The
me
finale.
mop the floor with
Mop the
Broski.
floor with a
You wish. You
full
wish,
riding
Paul.
team.
Well,
Can
he
I
does
tell
have
you
a full
this?
riding team.
Top Shelf Troy was even like the coffee getter during the.
Holy fuck.
Right,
For the-
he was.
for the-
well, he
for
did the
creative group.
voiceovers for me.
He
That's
did.
it.
If you remember.
He did.
He was an intern.
If you, so there's a couple things I'm guilty for in my
Cheating?
life, and one of them is that I never did the fig photography for Major Fest.
Wow.
I did. We both did figure photography for every show.
In the
except
height of
I didn't do
FWF, I
Major
must say, figure photography was very time consuming and stressful.
Very time.
But I just I already killed you in it. I won by a landslide, and I just kind of got
A
lazy.
landslide.
So,
I don't think you did, pal.
well, you guys got to
Broski
listen to the whole
doesn't
season.
remember
It's
it
out
that
there
way.
free.
All right, guys. Well, plugs this week, guys. I will be at Stockton Con, Stockton, California. Now, I'll be there with Big Kev. I'll be there with the Stinger. It's
Oh,
going to be all
jealous.
three of us. All three members of the NWO are going to
Yeah,
be
I'm
there. All
jealous. Real
Wolfpack
jealous
in the
of that.
house.
Wow.
And then the next day, I'll be at the Wrestling Guy store in Phoenix, Arizona, making my debut there. So a weekend of signing.
Wow. You're going to hit Hooters with the Zigman?
I could.
I'm off living that civilian dad life, enjoying myself.
Mark?
Mark, are you still in the wrestling business?
Sorry, I was talking to Kinnick about those WCW cards. So I was trying to make sure that if I said it to him. Let's see. This weekend, nothing. But AEW is in Calgary this week for a bunch of shows in a row. But if you're listening to this on Friday, watch Rampage tonight. The premier athletes are on the show.
Oh,
Sweet. Well, we'll see you next week, folks.
We're on the time. 1, 2, 3. I'll be back, Jack.
Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring
Oh, baby.
and you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with the Captain's Log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.